Good morning, everyone.
Good
Morning, ma'am.
Morning. So, last class we were discussing about how to create functions, or what is function, what is the usage of functions in Python. Built-in functions are there, which we already used. In the case of list also we used some function, len function, like that. Built-in functions are available. And we learned how to create user-defined function. That is only real-time or examples we need, because as a programmer, you should know how to create a user-defined functions. So in Python, what is the syntax? We are using which keyword? def keyword we are using, and a function name. In the parenthesis, we can have arguments. It's optional. Without arguments also, we can create a user-defined functions. And how to use these functions which I created in your actual program? That step is called as invoking a function. To execute a function block, it needs to be called. So invoking is nothing but calling a function to your actual program or where you want to use it. So that is function calling. Using the function name, we are calling the function. That time, if any values you need, you can pass that as arguments to your function. Okay. So all these things we have completed. And how many types of user-defined functions we can create? It is 4 types. Function with argument with return type, with argument no return type, then with no argument no return type, then which one? With no argument with return type. Okay. So what do you mean by a return type? After performing some kind of logic, the function block that may return a value or that may not return a value. Okay, so it depends upon the logic, what type of logic you want to implement in your project or in your application. So it is not always a return type function you should create, nothing like that. We can create without returning a value also a function, you can create it. Okay, so you as a programmer, again I'm telling you should know how to create function with the return type also, without return type also, how to create the logics. And how we will get the return value? For that, we are using which keyword? Return keyword we are using. Okay, so return some expressions we can give that is used to send back the control to the caller with the expression. Okay, some evaluated value or some kind of expression. If you want to return back, then I can use which one? Return keyword we can use. So in case if no expression is given after the return keyword, then it will return what value? None. So none is a keyword here in Python. Capital letter N we should give. Okay, it's case sensitive. And what is the meaning of none? No value. A null value or nothing is there, no value. If anything you want to represent, we'll always refer which keyword here in Python? None. In other words, we can tell return statement is used to exit the function definition. So if you want to immediately exit from your function, then also we can use which keyword? Return keyword, we can use it. Okay, so in that I showed you how we are creating 4 different types of user-defined functions with the same logic how you are working. I hope everyone understood that logics, how we are creating the 4 different types of function. And I told you to try programs also. I don't know how many of you tried. If any doubt is there, you can ask me. And we learned what is anonymous functions. That means a function which are not bound to name. How anonymous functions are created? Not using def keyword. We are creating using lambda keyword. Okay. So lambda, how it is working? It takes any number of arguments and return an evaluated expression. So syntax wise, first the keyword lambda, then the arguments list, colon, what is the expression you want to evaluate and what is the value to be returned. So that expression here we will give. And difference between normal function and anonymous function is what? If any value you want to return back from the normal function, explicitly we need to use which keyword? Return keyword to be used there. But in the case of lambda function, it is not compulsory or it is not required to use which keyword? Their return keyword. Without that also, by default, the working of lambda function is what? Evaluate an expression and return the value back to the user. Okay. So we can simplify our program logic by creating which type of functions there? Lambda functions we can create and simplify the logics. Because less number of statements only we required when we are working with which function? Lambda function. So that example also I showed you last class. And what is the difference between normal function and anonymous function? The same logic how we can perform with an anonymous and normal function. That example also I showed you. Then we learned how to pass parameters to the function, positional argument, default argument, and keyword argument. So this examples I showed you. What is positional argument or keyword argument? What is the definition you have provided? The number of arguments which are there we provided that should match with the function call arguments. If it is not matching, then it shows you an error, what required positional argument, like that. Okay, so if I created my function with the 2 arguments, while calling I have to pass same number of arguments to the function, otherwise error. That is the first one. And default means that error problem you can resolve using which type of arguments? Default arguments. While defining the function, you can specify what is the default value you want to assign to the arguments. That is default argument. So while calling, if you have not passed according to the number of arguments, it by default take the values which I have specified in the definition. And what do you mean by keyword argument? Means the name of the arguments which I have specified in the definition that should match with the function call statement. If it is not matching, then it shows you what keyword argument error it will show you. So I hope everyone understood all these things in functions. Okay, how we are passing the parameters, these 3 types. And what is exact application of this anonymous function is where we have to pass a function as an argument to another function. Till now, what all function programs I showed you, there it was having a single variable which is holding a single value. We can pass list also, that all our sequence types, all those variable also we can pass it. But that and all some objects or variables only. But the situation is to a function, you are passing another function as an argument. So that type of function, we call it as higher order functions. Okay, so if you want a function as an argument to a higher order function, then it's better to create what type of function? Lambda function. Because in a single line, I can complete all my function logics. Okay, not like the DEF keyword and all. There in a single line, I can complete all the logics. So that kind of situations will prefer to use what type of function? Lambda function. One example I'll show you with that. We have a built-in function map, MAP. Okay, we are using that function for a sequence types. So we learned so many sequence type of data types. So list type, I think everyone remember what is list, what are the features of list, how to create a list items, all those things everyone remember, I hope. So here we are doing some operations with the list items. Okay, so what we are doing is every list items you want to make some operation or some expression is evaluating with every list item, and a new list we are creating. Okay, so what is expression to be evaluated for each item in the list? That is only here we are performing. And how we are performing that operation using which function? Map function. So here the program is multiplying or doubling the value of the list items, okay, and creating a new list. For that, we are asking how many number of terms we want to create it. So we are creating list items by using which function? Range function. Again, range also we have already learned how range function is working. Whatever value here I'm specifying, by default the value starts from what? 0 until where it will work? n-1 value it will generate for you. Sequence of values is generating. Okay, and that one we are evaluating an expression what? 2 double star x. That means power value raised to the power, like that some value we are calculating. Okay, so 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, like that. What is the number of terms here I have specified? That many times the power of 2 values we will get there. Okay, so that is this meaning. And for that, what kind of function we created? You see, it is a lambda function we created, and x is what value? It is your argument. It takes list of values from which one? From this range. So range we used to generate sequence of values there. So suppose the number of terms user inputted is 10, means how many values it will generate? 0 to 9. So x is taking that number of arguments. It is not always working with a single value. It is working with a group of value 0 to 9. Now it will work. Okay. So first it will perform what expression here? 2 double star 0. So that means 2 raised to 0 it is working. And that one we are storing into which variable? Result variable. And while storing only, we have converted that one into what type? List type. So I think everyone understood the syntax. List of, map of. See why I used here list of, because I want to convert that result into which type of data? Result list type of data. Then storing into the variable what? Result. Okay. So only list typecasting we have done here. And what is the expression we want to evaluate? Like this. And map, how it will work? With each item from that sequence, it will evaluate this expression and return a new value. That one we converting into list, then storing into which variable? Result variable. That is the meaning. Okay. And it will work. We are printing which are the total number of terms, and how to iterate and how to display the value, sequence of value. We are using a for loop. Then we are just printing the statements with each values. So index number is specified there. 0th index, first index, like that it will work. Okay. Run and see the output. So how many number of terms you want? 10. So now total number of terms is 10, and 2 raised to the power of 0 is 1. 2 raised to the power of 1 is 2, and it is 2 means 4. 3 is 8, like that. All the 2's powers we are getting. So with each item from the sequence, it is evaluating an expression and displaying the result for you. So this is the exact application of which function? Lambda function. Okay, if you want to pass a function as an argument to another function, then we can use which one? Lambda function, we can use it. Otherwise, we will always prefer to use which type of function only? Normal function, which we are creating using def keyword. Okay, so everyone got the point? What is the difference between normal function and anonymous function? And where to use this anonymous function? This way of programming. So like this kind of any function, if you want to use, this map function is evaluating this expression for all the items in the sequence. Okay, so here anyway, this is not in a list format, but we generated sequence of values, and while giving the output, we are converting into list type and showing the output there. Okay, clear? And inside a function, whatever values we are creating, that is called as local variable. Okay, that means inside that particular function only it's availability. See, if I have a function here, we are creating def. One function is add a comma b. C is equal to a plus b if you are performing. That C, its meaning that is available only inside which function? Add. We are calling a function like this. Okay. Save and see. $300 I got it. Suppose this value C, if I try to print in this actual program, C like this. So here it is a problem. What? That C is not defined. Actually, C I have used the where inside the function definition I have used it. So it's meaning this C variable now it is a local variable. Okay. And if globally, if any variable I want to use throughout your program, you want to use the same variable. Okay, the value it may change, depends upon the logic which we are working or which function we are using. All those things it may change. But globally, a variable you want to create and use, you want to use throughout in your program means we have to use that with a keyword, global keyword. Okay, so global keyword here in Python that is used to create global variables from a non-global scope. That means inside a function. Okay, we will see one example like this. See here, I have created a variable a equal to 100. Okay, here I'm not using this global keyword and all, just commented this or else I'll remove it. Okay, so this is the point which I told. This A outside of this function ABC I have created. So it's meaning it is a global. Throughout in this program, I can use it. So inside the function ABC, I can use it. Outside also, I can use it. Any other function you are creating in the same file or in the same program, then also I can refer which variable name, a variable name, because globally I have created like this. That is the meaning. Okay, this is a function ABC. Here I have a variable inside the function ABC, what B. B I have assigned with what value? N. And we are printing local variable value B, we are printing global value A is also printing there. After that, here I'm making some operations. What is operation? The global value A want to change with what? By adding 10. And the value after the operation we are printing here. Okay, this much is the definition of the function ABC. So we will start our actual program. So actual program is starting from this line. What it is printing? Outside value of a global before function call. Before I call ABC, what is the value of A I want to display? So that here I'm displaying. Then calling which function? ABC function. So then also we have to access which variable? This global variable inside this function also. So that it will perform. Operation also is there. Coming after this function, again I'm printing one more line. What? After the function call, what is the value of A? So my point is, just I'm showing you this value A, we want to access inside the function as well as we want to access outside the function also. Okay, that is possible because of global. We have created like this. But there one problem is there that I'll show you. We'll run and see the output here. So see here. First statement in my program got executed properly. What it is showing? Outside the value of global variable before the function call, I got what is the A value? 100. Then we called the function. So it went inside the function. So B equal to 10, that is properly working. Local value of B also it is printing. But when we try to print that global value there, it is showing an error. Okay. Here inside that function, it is considering that A as a local variable. So that local variable without assigning a value, we are trying to use there. That the problem there they are showing. But actually, according to my program, I have already told A as what? 100. The point is we have globally used it, only that much. But it is not able to refer the global value inside this function now. So to solve this problem, we are using which keyword there? Global keyword. Okay. So before we start using the function, we have to refer the variable A as what? That is your global value by using a keyword, which one? Global A. This declaration you have to make inside a function. Then your interpreter can consider what? Okay, now we are going to use the same A variable which I have created here. It is a global. Same value only here also I want to use it. Like that, it got the information. That information we are separately telling by using which keyword there? Global keyword. So understood this problem? So without using this keyword global, if I try to access any global type of variable inside a function, then it shows you an error. Can't refer that global variable. So to avoid that problem, we are referring that global variable inside any function using which keyword? Global keyword. So now you see the output. So it is working properly. Before the function call, what is the value of A? 100. It went inside the function. Local variable B, it is printing the value 10. And global value, now it is able to access because there I have made a declaration like this. 100 it is printing. Then we are able to do the operation also. See, A plus equal to 10 we are performing. So A value now got changed to 110. Completed. Then it came out of your function. There again we are printing. After the function call in the main program, what is the value of A? 110. So that A I'm able to use throughout in my program. Okay, whatever changes you are making, everything it is reflecting there. So you are able to use that one throughout in your program using which keyword? Global keyword. Clear? Similar to this one, we have one more keyword, that is non-local keyword. Okay, so what is that non-local keyword is telling? It is used to work with variables inside nested functions. So what do you mean by a nested function? Means a function inside another function. Okay, so we can create not always the single function definition. Inside one function definition, you can give another function definition, or you can call another function. All those things is possible. Okay, so that one only here we are telling. So this keyword non-local, we are using to work with variables inside the nested function. So using the keyword non-local, we are declaring that the variable is not a local variable. So global, why we used there? We have to tell that one, or we are declaring that is your global variable like that. But local, some local variable you have, you want to tell that is not a local variable you are going to use, using which keyword? Non-local keyword. So what is the situation here? We will see. You can see a function here, def. XYZ is a function which we created. Inside that, we have a variable what? X. What is the value of that X? A string value John. Okay. Now, inside the XYZ, here we created another function. You can see here def ABC. Okay. Inside that, now you remove and see what is the problem with that. X, we have redefined it. Here also I'm using a variable X. In XYZ also I have a variable X there. So here the value we have initialized as what? Hello. Okay, it's completed. Coming outside of the ABC function, inside XYZ, see I'm calling the function ABC. And we are telling to return which value? X value. So what is the point here? We are telling to call ABC function. So which value it should return? Hello value it should return. When we come out of this function XYZ, in the main program, we are calling the main function. That means outer function we are calling. That is nothing but XYZ. Okay, so it will go inside. There only we have ABC. We are calling ABC from there, returning the value X there. So what X value now we want? Hello is the value we want. So what value it is printing there? John. Because it is not taking this hello. It is taking only which value? The XYZ X value only it is taking there. Nested function value X it is not taking in this situation. Because it got confused there, which X value to refer. According to our program, we are telling after calling this ABC, we should return which value? X value from the ABC function. So to avoid this situation, before using that X again inside the nested function, we are telling what? Non-local of the variable X. So it's meaning don't take the X value this one. This is a new X value we are going to use. So we should refer only this type when I'm returning the X value here. Okay. So only that is the changes we have made here. Now I got the proper output, which I want. Hello is the value it is printing there. Okay. So this non-local keyword when we are going to use is in the case of nested function. Okay. Otherwise, normally only we can do the programs. No need of using the non-local and all. And when to use a global keyword, if any global value you want to refer inside a function, then we have to use which keyword there? Global keyword, we have to use it. Clear? And one more thing in function, that is about recursion. So what do you mean by recursion? So a function calling itself repeatedly. That concept is what? Recursion concept. So we have seen how a function call is working. When I use the function call statement, only one time it is going inside the function definition. Once it completes the logic, it will automatically come out from the function, and the rest of my main program is working there. But inside the function call only, we are calling the function again, or function definition, we are calling the function again. That concept is what? Recursion. That type of function, we call it as what? Recursive functions. Okay. So repeated action actually. So we already learned some looping statements which we can use to perform some repeated action in our program logic. So you can replace your looping programs using which type of function? Recursive function. Okay. Anyway, function based programming only we will do every time. So that type of functions we can replace which statements? Looping statements we can replace by creating a recursive function. So what logic here I'm going to show is factorial of a program. We have already done this logic using our for loop. I think everyone remember the logic. Multiplication we have to perform there. Factorial of a number using recursive function. Okay. So we'll create first our function. So here I'm creating a function fact. How many values we need is one argument only I want, the number which we need to find the factorial. Okay. Now here what we are checking is one condition. If the value is equal to 1 or the a value is equal to 0, then the factorial of 1 and 0 is which value? 1. Okay. So this is one situation we are checking. So if it is the value is 1 or the user inputted value is 0, then the factorial value is what? 1. If other than these two numbers, 1 or 0, user is inputting any number. That means what? If it is 5, 6 means, then we need to calculate by multiplying the values. So in the else case, we are typing what? The statements. So what here we need? We need multiplication. So if it is 5 factorial, we have to perform is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That we already done with for loop. Symbol star symbol we are using and multiplying with inside the looping statements. Finally, the result variable we are printing, that we have seen the program already. Now here, how to perform inside this function without using loop. I have not used any looping statements now. So a star, we are calling the function here by passing a minus 1. Okay. So a star fact of a minus 1 we are writing there. So what is the meaning of this one? A, suppose you can imagine that is 5. So when it checks the if condition, it is what? 5 is equal to 1, it is false. Or 5 is equal to 0, that is also false. So it will not perform the if condition. Goes to which part? Else part. There what we are performing? 5 into fact of 5 minus 1. So it will create a sub functions here. Okay. From here only it continues. In the next line only it will continue what? Now it is, suppose it is like, here only I'll just write 5 into, now fact of, it is working as what? 4. So as a sub function, it will create there itself. It will not go back to here and it will not check the conditions again here. As a sub function here only it will work. So next it is what? 5 into 4 into, now the fact of 4 minus 1, that is what? 3. Okay. Then again, it is performing 5 into 4 into 3 into fact of 3 minus 1, that is what? 2. This repeats until it comes to which value? 1. Star into fact of 2 minus 1, that is what? 1. Okay. Now see, till this much it is working. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Into, now again if it checks fact of what? 1 minus 1, That means the argument is what? 0. We don't have any values to pass to the function now. So it's completed. Automatically, the function now terminates the function call. Okay. Then what is the last expression here we got? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That calculated value, now it is returning there. So here we have to write return a star fact of a minus 1. So it's working only here. I have explained like this. It will work till the argument value becomes what? 0. Repeatedly, the function is calling itself. See, inside the fact function, it is calling the same function only. Argument's value will get changed. Okay. So don't think if I call a function from here, it is not going back to this statement and it is not checking that this if condition, nothing. It will be here only. From there, your interpreter is creating some sub functions like that. It will work there. So clear? So like this, it is working. And finally, the result we are sending. So I'll just do amending this one. Like this, it is working there. Okay. When it comes, exit from your function, we can display the result there. So till now, I have not started my actual program because we have to start the program. Take the input from the user, the number which user wants to find is the factorial, then call the function fact initially from the main program. First, we have to call anyway from the main program only. Then only it will go inside the definition. Then only recursion it is performing there. So we will start our main program now. So it is like enter a number. To find the factorial. Okay, that I'm storing in the variable n. So int of input. Okay, now calling the function. So we know how to call a return type function. It is return type function only. So either you can call with a variable. So I'm calling with the variable or directly you can call in a printing statement also. So now anyway, I'm calling with a variable only. Okay, after this, we are printing the factorial of that number is this value dot format of n comma x like this. Okay, so this is the actual program we have started from there. Okay, we'll save and see. Run and see the output. So which is asking the factorial of the number. Okay, I have given 5. So I'm getting the same output how we got from the looping statements. It is printing what? Factorial of 5 is 120. It is printing for you. So clear? Here I have not used any looping statements. Okay, without using looping statements also, you can do the repeated action of this multiplication like this kind of actions by creating recursive function. So what is recursion? A function calling itself repeatedly, that is called as what? Recursion. Okay, so how to implement the factorial logic only I have executed here. And this line, this is called as recursion function call. So this is the recursion function call. Okay. So any doubt in these things? So this is about the functions here in Python. So how to create functions? What do you mean by anonymous function? What is the difference between normal function and anonymous function? And how many ways we can pass parameters or arguments to a function? 3 ways: default, keyword, and positional or required arguments. Then what do you mean by a recursion? How to create a recursive function? What is the usage? That is this example which I have explained here. Then what do you mean by global keyword and what is non-local keyword here in functions. Okay, so any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now another important concept here in Python, that is about modules. So what do you mean by a module? So it is nothing but a file, a Python file you can think, which containing a set of functions you want to include in your applications. So what all programs we have created, all the program files with the .py extension, all is considered as a module here in Python language. Okay, so it is nothing but a file only where we can create some set of functions which we required for our application working. Okay, so we have arranged it properly. This set of function is in what particular module. Then another set of functions we are creating, that is in another module. Like that, we can arrange it properly so that it is easy for me to identify, okay, that particular file means it consists of this set of functions are there. Whenever I need that set of function, you can refer that particular file and you can use that function in your program. So how it is properly arranged in a real-time situation, we will create in the form of what modules. They have already implemented this module concept. All the library files, what all functions, what all this list, every types and all, they created in the form of what modules only. Okay. So if any extra modules we are learning means we have to use that one in our program using import. This import keyword already I showed you when I used a exit 0 function. Okay, when I used that exit 0 is when I showed you that ATM machine type of one program I have showed you there to terminate your program immediately. We have used a function what exit 0. That exit 0 is defined in a different module. It's a file. SYS is the module name. Okay, like that we have so many built-in modules available that we will see which are the built-in modules available there. Now I'm going to show you how to create user-defined modules. Okay, anyway, we know now how to create functions. So we are implementing all our application or real-time projects on the basis of functions only. Okay, it is easy for me to manage now. Like that, so many functions is there means that how I'll manage. We have to create in the form of what? File with the .py extension. That file, how I'll create it and how I'll use in my current program. That is only what? How to use modules in your applications. Okay, that I'm going to show you. Now, how to use these modules? We have to use which keyword? Import keyword, we have to use it. Okay, so again, how to use import keyword in different way? That is one form is from keyword and all that I'll show you when we'll be using that module in our program. Okay, so you can create one file. So a new file here only we are creating a new file. Okay. Now here I have a function. Logic and all simple only. Okay, because that we will see later because it depends upon the logic which we are working in a real-time situation. We have to implement that one. So it doesn't matter. Only you should focus on what, how we are creating this one and how we are implementing in our actual program. That steps only important. So only I'm creating normal logic, what addition process only. I have 3 values. Okay. A plus B plus C. So here I'm printing the sum is dot format of res. And this function is what type of function now? It is an argument function without a return value. Okay, without return type. So this is one function. So a file now we are creating, we can create any number of functions now. See. Another one function here creating, that is difference. Okay. Now there also I'm creating with same variable name, print the difference value we are printing dot format of res. Okay, another function. So now I have four arguments here. Now also I'm using res equal to a star, b star, c star, and d. Print the product is dot format of res. See, like this, I have created three different functions. Okay, one is doing addition. Arguments is 3 arguments. Another one is a difference. 2 arguments only I have. Another one is multiplication. I have 4 arguments. There one more function here I'm creating. That is def, some message function. It is a no argument function. No return type also. Or else simply you can create with a return type. So return like what? Welcome to modules. Like that, a message I want. So this is the value now we are returned. Okay. And a file, if you are creating, or a module, if you are creating like this, means it is not always having functions. We can create variables or object type of values also I can create. So you can create a numeric value. You can create a complex number. You can create your list type. You can create your string, whatever standard data types which we have learned from your basic things. Now all those things I can implement it here. Okay. So now here I'm using a list type of value. So A, here I created list as like this. Like this, I have a list value. And one more thing, I'm creating a dictionary also. Like this, I have a dictionary. Then last name. Okay, so this much is done. So this file consists of now functions are there, some variables are there. Okay, now this I want to save it. So throughout in my application, these all things I want to reuse. That is the concept here I'm going to create. This is addition I want to reuse so many times. Difference also I have, multiplication, and this message I want to reuse every time. And this values also, this list also, this dictionary also I want to reuse. So what I am doing is I create all these things inside a file and save your file properly. Go to save as option. Okay. Now here, one second. So now I'm creating. This is my name. Which one? This file name, I want to give it as what? Module name. So this file names and all, now it is important because if any of these items from this file I want to use means we should remember what name, this module name, you should remember it. Then only I can access this values from this file. So .py extension we have given. Okay, save your file. Okay, now if you run this file, nothing it will show. It just run and it will show whether you have any error or mistakes. That much only it will show. This statements and all, it will not work because I have to use now this in an actual program. Okay, so where I will use this? Either directly you can use this in your shell window. In this output window, you can directly use it, or inside any other different program file also you can refer this module demo file and you can use this content in that file. Okay, Now you see here I'm using this addition. So if I call this function addition, we are calling using its name here directly in my shell window by passing these three values. Okay, so see, I got the output. Sum is what? 6. Why? Because here it is not compulsory to mention the module name and all. You already have told the path here. I have executed from there, no? So I have already told the path here. So I'm able to use that one here. Okay. But in a different file, if you are using, there it will not work like this. Then I have to use compulsorily which keyword there, import keyword, I have to use it. So in the shell window, either you can write import keyword, it will work, or without import keyword also, I can access a user defined module here or the content of the user defined module. What you have to do is you have to simply run the file so that it automatically got this path here where I have saved this file. So from that file, whatever content is there, that you can access it directly. Okay. Now you see here I'm calling the MSG. That was a return type function. So I got the statements which I have given inside the function. What return this line only I have told. So it is returning this line for you. Okay. We have created a list there. So see the list item, it is printing. Now I can do operation. We have learned so many operations. No. A dot sort we can do display A. So see now it got changed like this. Okay. Anyway, I have created in that order only. So output wise there is no changes. If you want, you can reverse and see, then it will make the changes. Display A. So like this, all operations I can do it. Okay. Dictionary also you can access. So D dot keys if you want to access this and all, we learned it before. These are the keys which I have. Like that, whatever operations you want, you can use it here. So in the shell window, only this much. But you think your actual program, this is anyway, it will not show you directly any output. Which one? This file, it will not show you any output. Now I want to create a actual program like this. This is my actual program file. Okay. So this I'm going to close this module demo. Here only I'm going for other statements and all. So here I'm printing a statement. This is the starting. Like this a statement I want. Okay. Now here I want to use so many operations. So what is operations I want is print, enter two numbers. Now here what we are doing is int of input and b equal to int of input. Okay, we have a function there, what? Difference function, which I already created there inside that file. So that logic again and again no need to write. Even I don't want to create that function also, because already that function is created with those steps. You can ignore those lines and all by just calling the function diff. Okay, and pass these two values to that function. That's it. Okay, so we'll see now how it is going to work. This much only my program. Okay, we'll run the file. First save the file. So this is my file name, actual program file name. So we'll run and see now. So it is asking enter two number. First line it is performing starting the application. Enter two numbers it is asking. Okay, now two values I have entered is 500. Another value is 100. Now we are getting an error. So what is the problem now? The diff function, it is not defined in this particular file, right? Then where it is defined? It is defined in a different file. That file path also we need where? In this actual program, which is your actual program, test ex mode. This file I want to use that module demo file. So how I'll refer now? Okay, the error we got because of that only. Diff function, if I want to use it here, means we should represent either the definition in the same file, or else in which file I have created that file path also have mentioned here. Then only it is possible to use that content from that file or the definition to be executed. So this we can resolve using which keyword? Import keyword. So that is only we learned how to use that file or the modules in the different module. Now anyway, this is also a module only. .py extension, any file you are creating, that is what module. So how to access a module in another module? So we are writing what? Import. What is your module name which we created? Module demo. Okay, save it. Now you run. Same values. Okay, now it is showing what? DIF, it is not defined. Again, what is the problem there? Okay, I have mentioned here, this is the module which we have defined this function. But to access that DIF, we have to again tell what is the module name, and a dot operator also we have to specify it there. Okay, so then only it is possible to access the content or whatever values which we have created inside that modules. Okay, so first statement is just telling you the path. Import that module means interpreter can fetch that file path to this current application or to this current file, and inside that file, whatever content, if you want to access it, again I have to mention what? My module name dot that function name or whatever we have created, that we can access it. So again, dot operator, we have to use that one. Okay, so that was a problem here. We got it again, the same error. Okay, now you run. Okay, so I got the output now. The difference of these two values is what? 400, and now I got. Is this clear for everyone? So what I showed is how to create a module. That is nothing but what? I have closed it. A file, we have to create it, and we can create whatever content you want to arrange inside that file. It can be a function, it can be a variable, or any other logics also we can create it inside that. Okay, basically functions and variable types only will create it. Inside the function only will create all the logics which you want to implement it. So not like the symbol operations, you can give with your looping statements, you can give with your conditional statement, if condition, whatever logics you want, you can implement it there. Not only this addition, subtraction, nothing, any logics you can perform it. Okay, and finally what we have to do? We have to execute that one, means our actual program. That will be another file. So in actual program, we will refer that one file path. We have to refer it using which keyword? Import keyword. That step only here we have done. Okay, import my module name. So that only I told you, while saving that particular file, you should remember what name you have specified there. Without knowing that name, it is not possible to access the content from that file. So that file name is important. You should remember what is the file name, you have given it there, and you can use that function or the contents from that file again using what? Module name dot operator we have to use, and whatever content you have, you can use it there. Okay, fine. Any doubt in these things? Clear for everyone? This I showed with a single function. Whatever content you have, we can access it here. So you can display the list items, you can display that dictionary values. So all those things, it is also possible there. Only thing is use the module name and this content name, function or any variables. Anyway, here I have showed you how to use that variables, all those things. Okay, in the shell window, if you want to use, means from directly from that file, you can just run the file so that your interpreter will get the path here in the shell window. It can access all the content, or else from a different file, if you are accessing, or the actual program is in a different file, means then compulsorily we have to use which keyword? Import keyword, we have to use it. Okay, then only it will work. So only here I executed by showing these errors and all. So error we will get without mentioning the import, and again error we got if I access a content without using dot operator, also error will get. See, this dot operator things you can ignore. You can give in a different way. So now you see this I have done. So from keyword we can use from your module name, that is module demo. Import, we are telling star. So it's meaning from the module, import all the content to this particular file. Okay. Now in this case, if I use this keyword from and you are using import means no need of this dot operator. Without using dot operator, you can simply write the content. Okay. That means a function, whatever it is, you can use it. So either only import keyword you can use or else from keyword also you can refer. So see here, two values. Now it is working. So previously we were getting an error. So now that error will not come because we referred that file using which keyword from. Okay. So either you can use like this from or else from the module you are importing only MULT function. Okay. So its meaning is what? From the module demo, import only this particular function. So now in this case, I'll get an error. So see, because we have told that path reference as what? From the module, only import or only fetch the path for which function? MULT function. But in our program, we are using which function there? DIFF function we are calling there. So this error it is showing for you. So either you can give what? Star symbol, it's meaning everything from the module demo, or else specifically you can tell which is the value to be accessed. This is only one value we are telling. You can give a number of values like this. So now its meaning is what? From the module, import MULT and import which one? DIFF path. Okay, so now two items I am importing, not everything again. Only two items I have told. So items we can separate using what? Comma. So only this much we have told. Now that error it will go because I have told there to import which one? DIFF function also. So now see it is working. So is this clear for everyone? How we are using a module? What is the advantage of creating modules? So that module that it will be there. I can reuse that module or that file any number of times in my actual program. Only point is what? We need to give the statements. Import statements, we need to give it. If I use this one properly, whatever content I have created inside that file, that I can reuse in my actual program any number of times. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. So this you have to practice it. That steps only I showed you how to create that one. Any type of content you can create it. That is your wish. Okay. And what type of real-time logics we are working according to that one, you have to create the content. So steps you have to remember. That's it. How to use that one using import keyword. Import we can use in different ways. One step is that only here I have commented. Either you can use the first way like this, or else you can use with the from keyword from your module name, import keyword star. Star indicates everything from the module demo, or else only single item you can refer, or else multiple items you can refer. So each items you are separating using comma, not everything. So like this syntax also you can use it. Okay. And if I use with from keyword and import statement, then while accessing the content from that file, there is no need of dot operator. If it is only with import that module name, then it's compulsory how to access that one. Module name, again, you have to specify it there, and a dot operator, then the content names. Okay, that is compulsory dot operator. So that simplify you can do using which keyword? from keyword. So every time no need to give that module name if I refer the path using which one from. Okay, I hope everyone understood how to create modules, that is a file which containing some set of functions, variables, etc. Okay, so advantage of modules also I showed you. How to use import statement also I showed you. That is important. Okay, how to use import statement, because now we are going to use different built-in modules in our program. Okay, what if it is a user defined module also, if it is a built-in module also, we have to refer the path using which keyword only, import keyword only. There also I can refer using only with import or only with from import keyword also you can use it. Okay, the commonly used or the important module here in Python, one is random module. We can generate random numbers using the random module. Okay, see, rand range is there. Random numbers is what, like you can think about the OTP numbers which we are getting. So each time it is generating different values, right? So like that. Or else you are creating a game, dice rolling game you are creating. So dice is having what values? 1 to 6 is the values it is having. So randomly it should generate the value. So one time when we roll the dice, it will show what? 1. Next time it is not 1. It can be 1 or but it will be what next? Different types of values, correct? But the range is what? From 1 to 6, the value should be generated randomly. So how it is possible? We have a module here which they have already created for us. You can refer that module in our program and we can do this kind of logics. Randomly any number you want to generate it, we'll refer this module in our application. So that is only so many functions they have created inside that module. Rand range is one function, random number between the given range. Rand int is there, so returns a random number between the given range. Difference is there, both are generating integer types of values. Which one? Rand range and rand int. Rand range, it will work similar to the range function. So range function, how many ways I can use it? You can specify only a single argument. So by default, it will start from what value? 0, and step size is what? 1. The next way how we are using the range function, you can use you can tell starting point, you can tell the ending point, then also step size in that case is what? By 1 it is incrementing. Okay, and the third way how we are using the range function, we can specify the step size, we can specify the starting index, and you can specify the ending index also. So 3 arguments also I can give inside the range function. Okay, so clear? That is a rand range. Similar to that only it will work, but rand int means there will be only one. A starting point and ending point only will be there. No step sizes and all. Okay, that is the differences. Now choice is there, choices is there. Choice means it returns a random element from a given sequence. So you can imagine a list of items is there or a tuple of items is there. From there, randomly a value you are choosing. Okay, then I can use which one? Choice. Choices means returns a list with a random selection from the given sequence. Okay, so not a single value, a group of values randomly we are selecting from again a sequences. That is which one? Choices. Okay, now shuffle is there. It takes a sequence and returns the sequence in a random order. By the name only you can make out shuffling the values. Group of values is there, you are shuffling and you are showing there. Okay, so like you can arrange some alphabets are there which is in a shuffled format. Then you can like that type of games and all is there. No, you can select the proper values and you are arranging in a word format and all. That and all you can implement using which one? Random module. Then random function is there. Okay, returns a random float number between 0 and 1. So between that range, the range is fixed there. In these all functions, we can give the range values, but for random function, this range is fixed, that is between 0 and 1. And it returns a random float number between 2 given parameters. So see, uniform function will work similar to other types. We can specify a range for a decimal number. Okay, examples we'll see for all these functions, how it is going to work. Okay. So first step is always what? Import that module name. So import random. Now first function here we are using is rand int function we are using. So here I have specified the starting point and the ending point is specified there. Okay. One by one we'll see the execution. So all other statements I'm commenting now. So now which one only will work? Random dot rand int. We have told that 10 to 50. So between these numbers, randomly a number is generating. So now I got the value 50. Okay. Run this file again. So now I got what? 34. Like that. Between that range, it generates what? $10 and $50 range, it generates a value for you like this. It can be any number. Okay. And from 10, 11, 12, 13 like that, the differences between each number is what? One only the differences. If suppose here I'm telling I want some range values, like what I can tell is from 10, first the value it is taking. The next value should be a difference of 5 should be there. That means 15, then 20, then 30, 25, 30 like that it should work. Till where? Till 50. It is not generating 10, 11, 12. I don't want it that way. I want 10 is the first number, means next number it can be which value? By adding 5. So 15. Then 20, 25 like that till 50 I want. So I used which function here? Rand int. So what it is showing? The error. This point only I told you. Here rand int will not work with the step size. That function will not work with this step size value. It can take only how many values there? The starting index and the last index value. So in this case, we can use which function? Rand range function, we can use it. Okay. So rand range is similar to rand int only. Only difference is, see now it generated what value? 20. Now again you run. $15. Run it again. 30. So that difference it is maintaining now. First value is 10 means next value it is not taking less 11. Because I have told there is step size what? Should take the next value 15. That is the possibility. And next is what? 20 it should take. Like that we have told their step size. So this is the way how to create an integer value within a range randomly. Either you can use rand int function or you can use which one? Rand range. The difference only I have showed you there. Clear? Any doubt? So here, this is with integer value. Okay, now I have commented that. Random function is there. So the module name is also random. Function name is also random. Okay, so now you see how it will generate. It generates a floating point value. That means a decimal value it is generating. The range is fixed there. What? 0 to 1. So after 0, the next value is 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3 like that and all. Decimal values difference is there, no? Till where? Till 1. So each single decimal point values also it is generating using which function? Random function. Okay. So that is this function. So here no starting point, ending point specification because it is randomly choosing the values between 0 and 1. So right now this is the value we got. Run and see again. See now this is the value. Again you can run and see. Next generated value is like this. So the range is fixed there. Again if you try to give a value here, suppose we are telling it is 1.2, 2.2 the range value you want. Okay. Then it will show you an error there. Okay. See the output. Because there it is not taking any arguments, that is without argument function it is. So only we got that error there. Clear? Okay. Now another function. Already I showed you rand range. The difference I have showed you there. Next function is here I have created a list of items. So S equal to this list of items is there, and choice function means it will generate a random number from this sequence values. So from this set of values, randomly choose a number. Okay, that is only which function? Choice function it is executing. Okay, so print random dot choice of that. Yes, we are writing here. So randomly which number it is choosing, we will see. So from this, we got which value? 7. So 7 is there actually. So that value randomly it has taken. Okay, run it is again. Now which is the value it has taken? 2. Again, 2 is also available there. So like this randomly it chooses a value from that sequence. That is which function? Choice function we are executing. Okay. Now instead of choice, if I use their choices. Okay. So now what it is showing? Actually, it should generate collection of values. But right now it is showing only a single value that is in the form of a list it is showing. Because again, a group of values we want to show. So it is showing which one? 9. Only that 9 it is showing, but in the form of list. Okay. That is the differences. So again, you run. Or suppose if here I have added more values. Like this, some other set of values also have added. You can see here. Then also it is generating single items. But the point is actually group of values to be generated. We have only this many less number of values. No. So only it is not showing it properly. It depends upon the interpreter, how it is working. So here it is generating a single value and that form is what? In a list form, it is showing for you. That is the differences between choice and choices. Now here I have another function that is uniform function is there. Uniform function we can use to generate a random number in a floating point range. Okay, already floating point value we created, but that was fixed. Size is what? Fixed from 0 to 1. Now here we can specify the range there. 5.5 to 6.5 like that a range here I specified. So within that range it generates a random number for you. See like this. Okay. Another value. So another value what we are generating like this. You can run it again. Now it shows you in this format. Okay, clear? So this is what values? Floating point values. Next is shuffle. So shuffling means so arranging the group of values. Okay, in a different order. So this is the items which I have. So first we are printing before shuffling which are the items. So the variable items is got displayed there. Now we have used the function which one? Shuffle. The list items we have told, and after the shuffling what are the list items? That is only the output here. So see here. So before shuffling, this were the order. After shuffling, I got a different order like this. Run this file again. So see now, compared to the previous one, now what is the output? It is in a different order, right? Like this. Okay. You can run again and see. So different order we can give for the sequence of items using which function? Shuffle function. So I hope everyone understood how this random module is working. So randomly we are generating some set of values. So integer value can generate it. Floating point value can generate. Then it will work with a sequence of values also. You can create with the list, tuple and all. You can use this random module. Okay. So that is the usage. And two types of functions for which one? Integer value rand int and rand range. What is the difference also I showed you there. And choice and choices, how it is working. Single item it is generating from the sequence choice. Group of values it will generate and the result is in the form of a list. And which one? Shuffle, how it is working again for a sequence. Different order we can give for the shuffle. And the next one is what? Floating point values. We have uniform function. Uniform function we can use to give the range values. Starting range and ending range we can give it. And the random function which generate float value within a range of 0 and 1. Then one more was there, what? Choices, random, all those things. Same thing. Okay. Clear about random function, right? This is one built-in module which we have. Another module we have is about regular expressions. So what do you mean by that regular expression? That is an important module here in Python. So it is actually very useful technique for extracting information from a text, such as some code, so or from a spreadsheet or from a document or from a log files. The best example I'll tell you, when we create any login forms, like in a website and all, we have a login form or a registration page is there. Normally, you are all familiar with that kind of web pages. So if I want to join any website or if I want to use that web applications, first of all, they'll ask us to register in that one or to sign in or sign up in that. So we will enter all our details, first name, last name, we will give our mobile number, we'll give our email ID, all those things, right? Then finally, when I click on the submit button, all this data is saving in the databases. That is a real-time situation. Now, while entering this, all the details in the text boxes, some validations they are making there. So validation is what? If the mobile number text field, one box will be there. If you are not entering the mobile number as a 10 digit, suppose it exceeded to 12 digit, or suppose you are not entering the 10 digit, you have entered only the 9 digit. So without making correction, you have, if you go on to the next text box or to the next input field, it shows you a mistake there, or it will show you an error. What you have to enter 10 digit mobile number, like that. A red color message we will get. I think all are familiar by getting that kind of messages, right, in a real-time situation. So some kind of validations they have made it there. So how it is able to identify the user is not inputted a 10 digit number. So whatever value user is giving, we have to extract that one, and some comparisons we have to do. Already a pattern you would have created, that input should be in a 10 digit format, like that. So that pattern, if it is not matching with this inputted value, then error messages we have to give it. Same cases in the form of what? Email address. Email address have a proper form, right? Or a proper syntax is there. We have to give that @ symbol. Proper domain name should be there. .com and all we have to give it properly. Again, if you are not following in that manner, then also you'll get an error. It will show it is not a correct email. So we have to give that properly @ symbol. We have to give domain name. We have to enter it properly. Correct? So again, how it is able to do that kind of validations there, or how it is checking that inputs which you have given there. So that is what a regular expression. So it is working with some pattern. So already we defined that pattern there in our program. This is a string pattern. If the user is not inputting it according to this pattern, then error. So how to make that error checking or pattern matching validations, that we are using which one? Regular expression. So first only we already told what Python we can use it for creating web applications. Correct. It is not only like this kind of logic. This is basics only. So using this one only we have to write our web applications and all. So in that cases, I can use which type of module? A regular expression module we can use it. Okay, so actually it is working as a string only. String type of values only. So string handling functions only, actually this all functions which is available in this regular expression. But how to use this one, that I'll show you here. Okay, and it is recommended to use raw strings instead of regular strings. What do you mean by the raw string means? See, within double quotes, if I give /n, we know what is the meaning of that one. It is a new line. It don't have any other meaning. What? It will not take slash as a character and it will not take n as a different character. Together /n, already they defined their meaning in programming language. What? Print a new line. Okay, so within double quotes, if I specify /n, always your interpreter or your compiler will take what meaning only? New line meaning only it will take. But in some situation, we don't want to take that meaning of new line. You want to take it as a string as it is. Okay, so we have to give that as a raw string, so that we will represent using /r. If I represent any string or prefixed any string with /r symbol, its meaning is what? Don't take the meaning of new line or whatever programming meaning. Take it as a string only, a normal string. Okay, so what is the module name for this regular expression here in Python? That is RE. Okay, RE is the module name we are using. So random was the module name there we have used. RE is the module name for this regular expression. Okay, so we have different functions available there. Match is one function. Find all, search, split, sub. Okay, so returns match, how it will work? Returns a match object if there is a match at the starting of the string. See, sometimes some password inputting and all, you know, different way we can create the password. But some websites and all, or some web application, they will ask us to create alphanumeric type of passwords. And they will tell what, some pattern also they will tell there what, it must start with capital letter. And we should use a special character. And the numeric value also should be added to there. So like that, they have already mentioned, they will mention the pattern to be followed while generating a password. So we have to follow that pattern only. Okay. So if you are not following that one, then how I can identify, okay, where you have made a mistake. So the first letter itself, we can check what, whether it is matching or not, because we have already told the user to generate a password which is starting with a capital letter. So starting is not a capital letter means there itself it violated. So we have to give a proper error message. What you have to give the first letter as a capital. Okay, so that time we can use which function? Match function we can use. So it returns a match object if there is a match at the starting of the string. So this function will work only for the starting. Starting value only it will check, not the entire string, only for the starting position. If the starting is with this particular pattern, like that, if anything you want to check, we can use which one? Match function we can use. Okay, now search means returns a match object if there is a match anywhere in the string. So it is not restricting you for the starting. It can be anywhere in your string. The pattern should be matched like that. That is which one? Search. Find all means list returns a list of containing all the matches. Again, the problem with search is 2 times the value is present, you imagine, in your string, but it found only the first matched value. First time where it is found the value, that only search will return. Second time also, if it is there, that also you want to search and give the value means it will not work there. That time I can use which function? Find all function, we can use it there. Okay. Next is split function. It returns a list where the string has been split at each match. So you can, what to tell? Substrings, you can extract it there. So you have a big expression. In that you are extracting or different part by part you want to extract and you want to do some kind of operations, then you can use which function there? Split function, we can use it there. SUB means substitution. That means replacing one or many matches with a string. So you are giving a value to search. If the value is present in that string, then you have to replace that with a different value. Substitution we have to do using which function there? SUB function. Okay. So these all are the important functions available in which one? Regular expressions. Okay. So what is the usage of regular expression is clear for everyone, I think so. It is extracting information from a text. So from your real-time application, that only I told you, you have a registration form there, how it is properly identifying whether whatever pattern they have told you are inputting in that manner or not. That examples only what? Mobile number, if you are not inputting in the form of 10-digit number, or the email address you have not given in a proper way, the correct way, then also it will show you error. Or else what, some website they will demand us to create the password in this particular pattern only. It should be in an alphanumeric, or it must start with a capital letter, special characters also to be used. So in that manner, how this all validations from the text boxes it is doing. So that is working with which kind of module? Regular expressions. Clear? Okay. So we'll see how this functions is working. So here, this is an example for the match function. Okay. So we imported the RE module, and here you can see how we used it. RE dot match, that is my function name. What you want to search there? AV you want to search in this particular string. And how the match is working, that I explained as what? It will search only at the starting of the string. If the value is present as the starting of the string, then only it will show you a matched value. Otherwise, it will not show you anything. Okay, so match always restricted us to implement or to search only at the starting of the string. Okay, so see here I have AV at the starting only, and this is my string value. Last also I have an AV. Okay, and this result value, whatever I'll get from this match execution, that we are storing in this variable result that we are printing here. Okay, and this explanation only here I have told that method finds match if it is occurs at the starting of the string value. Again, the same thing I'm using, and while displaying, we have not displayed by using which one? Only the variable. We have told here this variable dot a function what? Group of 0. So we will see how it will work. Okay, execute and see. The whole program output only it is showing for you. You can see here what is the first output I got. This is the first output for the result. It is showing you all these informations where we found the match. It is from which index to which index position it is available. That is only the span it is showing for you. And what is the matched value we got? AV is the searched value. We got that as a matched value. So that also it is showing for you. So all this information I'll get if you display only the variable result. Okay, only this much. The next line it is showing what? The same thing only we were searching. AV we were searching in the same string. And while displaying this variable, we have displayed with a function what? Result2 dot group of 0. So if I tell that group of 0 means, it will show you the output of which one? This matched value. What you got the output result? What is matched there in that string? AV is the result which we got matched there, so that it is showing for you. Okay. Next thing, we are searching, or same match function it is working, and we are searching for what one? Analytics. You see here how the analytics string I have given. It prefixed with what letter? R. This only I told you raw string. Okay. So raw string, it we have to give what? R. We have to prefix with that string. So its meaning, it is taking that as a pure string format only. If any other meaning it is defined in programming language also, it will not take that meaning. It will take it as a string only. Okay. Actually, analytics is present in this string, but not at the starting. So what we found here, we got output what? None. No value because it is not matched anything. So we got the output as what? None. Now here, same thing we are searching, AV we are searching. So AV is actually present, but the result we are printing like this. Result 4, that is my variable here, dot start function and result 4 dot end function. So that is this output, what it is showing, where that actually matched. The matched position value it is showing. What is the starting index value and what is the ending index value it is showing for you, that is 0 and 2. Between this range only, the matched value is present. So that we are extracting using which function? Start function and end function. Is this clear? Any doubt? Okay, how the match function is working. So it is problem is what? It is restricted the searching only at the starting of the string. It will work only when it is present at the starting. In any other location in the string, if it is present, it will not work. Which function? Match function. So if you want to search throughout your string value, it is not telling, okay, it should be at the starting. It can be in any position in the string, but you need a matched value there, means then we can use which function? Search function we can use. Okay, similar to match, but it doesn't restrict us to find the matches at the beginning of the string only. Okay, so we are searching with analytics in that match, we will got an output of what? None. But if I use with search method, it shows you now true value. So here that only we are doing. Search is the method or function name. What is the value we are searching? Analytics we are searching. Actually, I have given analytics 2 times just to show you how it is working. Okay, so 2 times it is present. But anyway, it is not at the starting. So that problem is not there now. So we are printing what is the result value. And here you can see I have used with the same function group of 0. And here starting point and ending point. See the output. So result, if only the variable we are printing, we'll get the full information where we found the match and what is the matched value. All this together as an output, I'll get it. In that separately output, if you want, you can give group of 0. That means which is the matched value there, that output I'll get it there. And start function and end function, it will show you what, in which index point, what is the starting index and what is the end index value for that matched value there. That information I'll get it there. Okay, but problem is for search it is what? Okay, it is not restricting at the starting. From anywhere in the string it will get an output, but only the first matched value it is showing as an output. What if you want to extract all the matched values? You want to extract all the matched values from the string, not only the single time. Okay, it is restricting only what? Only at the first time. It is able to find a pattern from any position of the string, but it only returns the first occurrence of the search pattern. So if you want all the matched values, then we can use which function? Find all. Okay, so it helps to get a list of all matching pattern. It has no constraints of searching from starting or end. If we will use method find all to search AV in the given string, it will return all the occurrences of AV. So again, this string you can see it is having so many AV. Again, this I have given just to show you so many AVs is present. So it will show all the matched values from this string. Okay, so function name is find all. And here we are printing result 6. That is my variable here. So see, what is my output type? All the matched value it is showing as in the form of list. So how many times that AV is present there? Okay, so it is present 4 times. So it is showing you that output like this. As a list format, it is showing for you. Clear? Any doubt? And if in that find all, if I try to give this group of 0, this function which we used with the match and which the search. Now in this case, it shows you error. Okay, because for the find all function, that group of 0 is not defined there. Group of 0 will work with a single item matching. But here we have a group of values we got. So there it will not work because already we got the output in that form only. As a list format, we got it. So we no need of separately which function, group of 0 function to extract all the matched value. So only this is not working with which function, find all function. Okay. Now, if you want to extract part by part, you are splitting that string into different substrings, then we can use a different function, split function we can use. Okay, it helps to split string by the occurrences of the given pattern. So we have given there what is the pattern. So if the pattern, that value is present in the string, means in that string we are telling to split that string into two different types or two different words like that. Okay, so here this is my string analytics and we have searching for a letter, which one, Y. If the Y is present there, then we have to split that one into two different values. Okay, so that one only here we are printing result 7. Same action we are doing with which letter also, I. So wherever I is present in this particular string, split in that occurrence that string into different types. Okay, so that is this output. And here we are telling search for this letter I in this particular string, and it is telling a different attribute value, what max split, like that one option it is giving. So max split here I have told it as 1 means only the first occurrence of that matched value I, there only it will do the splitting. Later, how many times that value is present there also, it will not split in that letter I. So we can restrict the splitting like this. Not every time you want only the first occurrence of the I to be splitted. Okay, that is which one, max split equal to Y. So in this previous all cases, wherever that value is present or the pattern is present, everywhere it will get split. You see the output here. Like this. So the first time we have told to split where Y. So Y was present here. So it will ignore that letter. The pattern it is ignoring and converting that one into two different values. And the result is in which form? As a list values it is showing for you. Okay, you can see in the square bracket only we have the value. Next we have splitted in which letter I. So you can see I, it was present actually 2 times. So 3 different values I got in a list. Okay, and here we have told split at first occurrence only of the searched pattern. So only we got only 2 content in that list. Like this. Okay, so clear for everyone? Any doubt? Then next one we have substituting one function is there. So you are searching whether any string is present or not. If it is present, substitute with a different value. Okay, so if the pattern is not found, string is returned as unchanged. That is only which function, sub function. So we are searching for which one, India, and you have to replace with what one, the world, in which string, this particular string. So wherever India is there, we have to replace with what value, the world value in this particular string. Okay, that value here we are displaying. You can see the what is the output. So in the world, it got replaced. Actually, the string was what? Starting with in India, like that. But now India is present means we are telling to replace with that particular value. So wherever India is there, that is replaced with that particular values there. Clear? Any doubt? So this is how we are going to use regular expressions. So here one more function is there that you can give. compile one function is there. So we can combine a regular expression pattern into pattern objects. So which can be used for pattern matching. So every time the same pattern only you want to do the pattern matching, then no need to give every time what re dot that function name, nothing, no need to give. You can assign that pattern into a object type and you can use that object to use these functions. So how to create a pattern type of object? We can use a compile function. So no need to rewrite that pattern every time because I have told that to an object and that object only now I am referring to use this kind of functions there. So how to create that one? We are using which function? Compile function is used there. Okay. You can see here what is the pattern. So every time in your program you want to search for AV. That is the pattern you are searching there. So here we have created re.compile and this is the pattern you want to search that we are storing into this particular object. Okay. Now next time this find all function, how I used that object name dot find all. So no need to write again and again which one AV, because throughout in your application every time you want to search for this type of values means you can ignore that one by typing every time rewriting that one. You assigned that one into an object like this, so that object only you are referring. Okay, any doubt? Clear for everyone? Okay, so this is your
Excuse me, ma'am.
yeah.
Ma'am, I would like to take attendance of the students.
I'm finishing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you time.
Yes.
Excuse me, what is your name?
My name is Madhuri, ma'am.
Okay, I have to make you as a host, right?
Yes, yes. Please make me host. If you're
Okay.
done, please make me host and I'll take the attendance.
Okay, fine. 1 minute. I'll make it.
Okay, ma'am.
So I hope everyone understood what is this regular expression, which is the module we are using. RE is the module. And these all are the important functions which we are using here in this module. Okay. So we have other built-in modules also that we will continue in the next session. Okay. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, third some students. Akshita.
Present, ma'am.
Arpita.
Present, ma'am.
Bhavana.
Present, ma'am.
Bhavana. Bhaveshri.
Present, ma'am.
Bhumika.